Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Chair with James. I'm going to uh, look at Week 16 in the NFL, give you my predictions and previews. There was a game on Christmas, and they rarely have them. I think the last one was Chargers Titans in 2009, and I believe I remember seeing that game. Anyway, uh, the Vikings holding on to any playoff hope they have. Well, they lost it today against the Saints, as Saints win 52-33. Very high scoring game, very close until a certain point, and the Saints pulled away. Drew Brees passed over 60,000 yards. Um, he had 311 in the air. Adam Thielen for the Vikings caught 97, but the main story was Alvin Kamara. He only rushed for 155 yards, but he had 6 rushing touchdowns. I mean, it seemed like every time the the Saints got close, whether it was a Jared Cook catch or Emmanuel Sanders catch, they had Kamara rush it in from 20 or less in the red zone. So Kamara ties a record with Ernie Nevers back in like 23, 29, almost 100 years ago, with 6 touchdowns in a game, rushing. Just an unbelievable Christmas day for Alvin Kamara. And the Saints win their division. I remember everybody picking the new hot thing with the Bucks. I said, look, Drew Brees is over there. You got Kamara. Whenever Thomas gets his act together, Jared Cook is there. You have a great defense. They're established in their division. They're going to win it. Long behold, I was right. There were so many people, again, picking the new thing with Tampa Bay. You know, Brady and all the other guys. I was right. So they win the South and they move on. And that whole fourth quarter, they just dominated, really. It was awesome to see because I predicted the Saints. That was fun in the game. So like I said, the Saints move on and the Vikings are eliminated. Just so much inconsistency throughout the year. Had an easy schedule up to this point, but could not get the wins against those easy opponents. If you recall, last week they lost to Chicago and kept Chicago in it at 7-7, if you can believe that. We have 3 Saturday games, and starting off in the morning out here on the West Coast, but in the East, Tampa Bay, those Bucks trying to hold one of the top wildcard spots in Detroit to face the Lions. Obviously, Tampa Bay's going to win. Stafford is questionable. Again, I feel horrible for Stafford. My wish, as a football fan and as someone not a fan of the Lions or whoever else, I'm totally a Raider fan, right? But you want to see other players do well that you never really face. And that's Matthew Stafford. I wish Ben Roethlisberger could just retire, because he keeps giving us these statements like, oh, if I don't play well, then I'll retire, or I'll go away if I'm not doing well, or I'm getting old. Well, okay, retire then. The last 3 or 4 years, it's been this crap going on and on and on. Meanwhile, Stafford is there in Detroit just getting banged up, no success, had some in the playoff. Well, going to the playoffs, but never winning any games. With Calvin Johnson, and he retires, and that leaves Stafford pretty much with nothing. No defense to be confident about. Running game is spotty. Receivers come and go. I've always wanted to see Stafford in a Steeler uniform. I think he would do so well there. But again, Ben is holding up things. So uh, I would hope that this is Stafford's last year with the Lions, but they're going to try to keep him and try to ride it out until he retires, or if they finally trade him, let it be this offseason. Anyway, Tampa, I think, gets the win easy. Ronald Jones, yes, is on the COVID list. We'll see if he plays. But they have some other guys there that can run the ball very well. Passing game is really good with Evans, Gronkowski, Brait, Godwin. They should tear up the Lions. Next game, San Francisco at Arizona. So San Francisco playing at the temporary home, but the road team, like they should be. This one is only on Amazon Prime Video. Who cares? I was gonna watch it anyway. Arizona trying to hold on to that final wild card spot. You don't know which Niner team is going to show up. They played valiantly last week in Dallas, but lost. Arizona held on to just beat the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. San Francisco was eliminated last week. They were playing for pride. Arizona's playing for a wild card spot to hold it and to keep it. I expect Arizona to do whatever they can to keep it. It would be nice to see their defense make a play. Secondary, especially. Baker and Peterson. And it seems like I keep saying that every week about the Cardinals. You know, something has to go their way defensively. They just haven't done it yet. So, with the Cardinals, I think they win it. But again, it won't be close. Even with C.J. Beathard playing quarterback for the Niners, there's still, hope that he can be the starter. But honestly, they just have to go another route with the Niners and their quarterback situation. I think Arizona gets a win. The last game, Miami at Las Vegas, the Raiders need to win. And win out and hope a lot of things happen. 2% chance. It just doesn't seem like they have a chance, honestly. So, if they can't stop Miami, I know they have a lot of injuries, but they can still run the ball pretty well. Tua can do his thing. If he makes the smartest passes to his tight ends, Miami should win the game. But it will be close. But I'm guessing Miami's going to win. I hope not. Let's go to Sunday. Atlanta at Kansas City. Kansas City's playing for the first spot as they got it from the Steelers after they've lost 3 straight. Atlanta's just playing the season out. This game, you never really know. They can play it close, have a lead, and blow it. And that's what the Falcons did last week against the Buccaneers. With the Chiefs, they're just looking to win as easily as they can, and they probably will. So I'm going to go with Kansas City. Cleveland at the Jets. Jets coming off their first win and ruining the unperfect season and the first pick. As the Jaguars have the first pick now. Cleveland, you got to give it up to them. Their running game is awesome. Baker Mayfield looks like he should be in the running for MVP. I know he won't win it, but he's made some great passes and he's had some great games where he's just made great decisions. And you really didn't see that with Odell there. But since Odell's been out, there's no doubt they're a better team without Odell Beckham Jr. I expect the Lions... the Lions. They were the Lions. But the Browns to win this pretty handily. Jets might give them a game. I mean, you got to feel great for the Jets. I know, as I mentioned, they probably had a great flight home from LA to wherever they land in New York area. Hope they partied responsibly and had some fun because they deserve it after winning a game. You didn't want to see Frank Gore go winless. Big game of the week, I think, one of them at least. Indianapolis at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has fallen. They've lost 3 straight. They needed a home game. Of course, the last home game didn't go so well against Washington. But Indy coming in, trying to hold the division and win it. Pittsburgh trying to do the same. Whoever win their division, basically. Will the real Steelers show up? That's the thing. And then with Indianapolis, I'm wondering about Phillip Rivers' mobility. I know he really doesn't have any, but any to get out of the pocket and make something happen. That's going to be very important for Phillip Rivers. And if Brissett comes in, hopefully he does well. It feels like a pick'em, honestly. I don't know who's going to win this game, but you would think Pittsburgh will, although they've lost another key defensive player for the year. So, man. But don't be shocked if Indy came in and won. Next game, Chicago at Jacksonville. Chicago, with a little help, they can get in the wild card spot if they win as well. At 7-7, they look like they can do it, but they gotta hope that Arizona loses and hopefully get in that wild card spot. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, Jacksonville, obviously getting the gift that they got with the Jets winning, and now because of strength of schedule, I believe, the Jaguars have the first pick over the Jets. It seems like Jaguars will do anything to give Chicago the game. Minshew just looks really bad. And Chicago, I mean, maybe they found something with David Montgomery finally. He was running so well last couple of weeks. And beating the Vikings in Minnesota. And Trubisky's playing great. It's weird to say that. I mean, it shouldn't be happening. But remember, this team was 5-1. They lost how many in a row? 6. So maybe the Bears will find their niche running, and then getting Allen Robinson the third going as he's playing against his old team. The Bears should win. The rematch of the 2001 Super Bowl, 2000 season, the Giants at Baltimore. I think the score will be pretty much the same as that Super Bowl. That's all I can tell you about that game. Cincinnati at Houston. Houston, I guess. Watson, I know he's frustrated, but hopefully he has a great day against the Bengals. But man, the Bengals defense, they came to play Monday night and defeated the Steelers at home. That was surely a crazy surprise. You gotta give it up to the Steelers defense, and then Gio Bernard, their running back, he did so well. So they might shock the Texans, but I'm gonna go with Houston. Denver faces the Chargers. At this point, Drew Lock will most likely be the quarterback going forward. I know he's had his ups and downs this year, his injuries, his faults. Came back and threw 4 touchdowns in a game. But it's amazing to see, because Von Miller, I believe he's a free agent at the end of the year. Or maybe he has one more year, I can't remember. But it's amazing to think they have pieces in place in Denver, but the job isn't being done. I don't know how much of that is Vic Fangio, the head coach, Or is it just the player's performance not getting the job done? I would have loved to see Jerry Jeudy get the ball more against the Chargers, but that defense is going to be real good against the Chargers. So Justin Herbert's going to have to throw up points with Austin Eckler. Hunter Henry had a great game against the Raiders. I think the Chargers squeaked this one out. It would be a real close game. Hopefully high scoring and fun for those who will watch. I won't be, of course. Carolina at Washington. Carolina's just playing out the season, but damn it. They almost had a chance to tie the Packers last Saturday. That was a game that was boring, and then they made it something. Washington's been in the news this week. Let's just say that with Dwayne Haskins Jr. having a bad game last week. And then promptly celebrating at a strip club. You know, no mask and touching who knows what, who knows where. And I didn't know this, but he had a captain spot, and they took it away from him. For him to have a captain spot in the first place just boggles my mind. I just can't believe that. The hope is Alex Smith is healthy and ready to go, but we'll see. And if Alex Smith plays, I think they win. If Haskins plays, they could lose, but they shouldn't. That defense is awesome. You got Sweat, you got Kerrigan, you got Young, got some pretty good corners too. So I think Washington wins despite Haskins. Philly at Dallas. Now, these are two teams still in it, in the divisional race. But whoever loses is out, basically. And then the teams ahead of them, New York and Washington, have to lose as well. So this is a must-win for both. And this is a chance for Jalen Hurts to get in this rivalry and do something special. I'm really impressed by what he's done. He had, a lapse early in the game in Arizona where he threw the ball out of bounds in the pocket in the end zone and was a safety for the Cards. But other from that, he was running well, he was passing well, and leading the team well. Something Carson Wentz could not do. And you've heard the trade rumors that Carson wants to go, and that situation with the money, he's just not going to let that happen, honestly. A fool would have to take that money on. Anyway, Dallas playing their heart out. They're just trying to finish the season well and hopefully get in somehow. This game, I don't know. If Andy Dalton gets hot, it's great. Tony Pollard running for the Cowboys, he's been awesome. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott's just, he's been out, he's been injured, so it's Pollard's time there for the Cowboys. I think Philly squeaks out the win. Now, an NFC West showdown for first place. Seattle has the division right now, and they host the Rams. LA comes in giving the Jets their first win in LA. That's got to be demoralizing. I mean, that whole game, I was seeing the score, 20-9 or 13-3, and it was 2017, and somehow the Jets held on. I couldn't believe that. LA's got to feel embarrassed. And it's like I mentioned before with the Rams. They'll have 4 great games, 4 bad ones, win here, lose there, win here, lose there. And it's happened again, where they look good, Jared Goff looks good, and then they lose and Jared is off. Jared off. I don't know what Ram team will show up. And Seattle getting the win in Washington last week. Shout out to Todd and the other Ram fans I know. Shout out Matt with his Cowboys. I feel like Seattle will win. It'll be close. Every game is always close with the Seahawks. Giving Todd and all these Seahawk fans heart populations and lives or years off their lives. Seattle wins this, but Wilson's got to be what he was when he was the MVP candidate. Carson's got to run well. The defense, credit to them, they've been showing up. Jamal Adams has done well. They've been doing well. So I think Seattle gets that important win against LA. The Sunday night game is very interesting. The Titans at the Packers. Now, a year ago, with the Titans defense doing so well, I would say, man, this game is a total toss-up. I don't care where they're playing. But the Titan defense has just been awful this year. I mean, totally night and day from what they were last year. I mean, they're one of the worst defenses, and they have a great amount of names on their defense. And it feels like they're going to get slaughtered by Green Bay. Derrick Henry can't play defense. He can only run the ball and do that. Somehow, Ryan Tannehill has got to play like he did last week and somehow keep pace with Aaron Rodgers and have a shootout, even in cold Lambeau. Sure, they have Brown. They have Geno Smith. They got to get other receivers going there. Corey Davis. I see Green Bay winning by at least 10. Unless Henry and the Titans, they control the game, time of possession. It's the only way it's going to happen. That's the only way. The only way. But I think Green Bay wins pretty handily. The Monday night game is Buffalo at New England. And shout out to the Bills and Bills Mafia. They've been through a lot. Finally won their division after 25 years of wild card spots, but that's about it. No playoff wins, no nothing. They've been through, Miami defeating them in wild card games, Music City Miracle, and then a string of losing seasons. And bad draft picks, bad quarterbacks. Had some luck. And Josh Allen has just been amazing for the Bills. And you're seeing all of the things go right for the Bills this year. And it's so awesome to see. Some franchise that's down for a while revive themselves after years and get back on top. And the Bills have done that. They face New England, who, after almost 20 years, is at a crossroads. Cam Newton just doesn't look like the answer for the Patriots moving forward. He will start, of course, and finish out the season. But, again, I don't know how the future is going to be there for Cam Newton and the Patriots. They got to find a diamond in the rough quarterback, I think, moving forward. Or Herb Stidham is the answer. But New England and Buffalo, it seems like they're changing guards of the division. And I said that when they faced each other in Buffalo early in the year. I said, hey, this game, if the Bills win, is a sign of the changing of the guard in the AFC East. Now, Buffalo's going to go up, New England's going to go down. The only thing that would, make New England as good as Buffalo again is great scouting. And they always have with the Patriots. The Patriot way, Belichick and all them. Always been able to find someone. They got to do that for the future, or else they might be in a heap of trouble. Buffalo has to win, stay in pace, overtake the Steelers, and hope that the Chiefs lose to get that first seed, but it's not likely. I think the Bills easily win this game. You have Singletary, Diggs, Smith, Josh Allen, who's been an MVP candidate. Just a total resurgence from when he was drafted, and he was only a running quarterback. And now he runs, but damn, he could throw. And he finds his targets, and it's great to see the Bills win. As much as, I'm a fan of someone else behind me. Again, any franchise that's stuck in the basement for years, I can only wish my team would come back and do that. And have a revival season, or a couple, like the Bills have had in a row. So that's been the Week 16 previews and predictions. Hope everybody stays safe out there and just be cool. Stay warm wherever you may be. I hope your Christmas was good and all the kids got what they wanted for Christmas. And even adults too. So take care everybody and stay safe. Later.